start of something great. Straight ahead you'll see a new way to look at life, the way it's meant to be. Right here is clearly the start of something great. Straight eight, straight eight, it's the start of something great. Straight eight, straight eight.
Congratulations on 60 years of excellence. Keep up the good work.
The history of Color 8 began on March 15, 1958, when KGHL Television signed on for the first time.
All fields of human endeavor, we think we'll be able to.
Virginia Smith was there that day, and when the switch was flipped in the control room, bringing KGHL TV, now Color 8, to life, the historic nature of which was actually lost on everyone in the room.
We were exhausted. We'd been working 7-day weeks for about 2 months and about 12-hour days. We all assembled dutifully, and the station signed on, and we just went, okay, whatever, and went back to work.
News has and always will be Color 8's main focus. Since the beginning, we have delivered original and exciting programming into your living room to keep you entertained.
2.5 months after I was there, they went full color. And it was just marvelous. And the puppets, of course, Froggy Doo showed up like a neon sign. We designed the show to be five-minute increments. So the show went bang, 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 so the kids wouldn't get tired, and so there was always something changing, always.
Over the years, as technology advanced, so did our broadcasts, as we were able to expand outside the local market to bring you news from around the world.
To those people in the huts and villages of half the globe struggling to break the bonds of mass misery, we pledge our best efforts to help them help themselves.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! We are free at last!
The new communist campaign in Vietnam continues. Today, South Vietnamese President Thu declared martial law.
Young people take down this wall bit by bit. The Allied forces moving easily, in the initial stages at least, through Kuwait and Iraq.
One thing we've learned is that change is always constant, and Color 8 will always strive to give our community what they need to stay informed. Our foundation was built on local news, and over the last few years, we have continued that tradition by launching a 24-hour sports and weather channel, SWX, creating a 2-hour statewide morning show, Wake Up Montana, expanding our 5 p.m. newscast to 1 hour, producing a 6:30 p.m. statewide newscast, and broadcasting special news events on Facebook Live. But we won't stop there. Color 8 will continue to push the boundaries of broadcasting to make sure the news gets to you when you need it, wherever you are, on your choice of platform. We've been serving this community with excellence for 60 years, and we look forward to another 60, because we are Color 8. And now, more than ever, we are Montana Right Now.
When I was a boy, my dad would say, Bill, let's go down and watch when the First Avenue had the stockyards. He'd take my brother and I down there, and he'd have Lonnie Bell on the radio in the 56 Chevy wagon, and we'd go down and he'd say, let's go down and watch them unload the stock on the First Avenue stockyards and have breakfast. So I've been around a lot of agriculture, but nothing prepared me for all the ag I've been around in all my 40 years at Metro Park, and what an important part of everything agriculture is. I always kid, I say, I go to Midland Roundtable and I know which volleyball teams, basketball teams, and track teams are doing really good. And then I go to Chamber Ag and I learn about the moisture content of sugar beets. I learn about what the weight of calves is and what they're bringing in. I learn about the barley malt. So have I got to enjoy a whole different part of my life And then, of course, the fair breaks up into all those different parts. And ag is a huge part as we get ready all year long for the next fair, working with the 4-H extension, all of our wonderful superintendents, and following through with the junior livestock sale and all my daily visits between the carnival and the night shows, stopping in, and all the fun times visiting everybody at all the ag-related events at the Super Barn and the Expo. I get to go down and start with Joe Goggins and watch that junior livestock sale. And there's the Goggins family, and there's Babe since they lost Patrick, the Patrick K. Goggins livestock sale, and watching the importance of all the people getting ready. The last 2 years have been records. Even the pandemic year was a record livestock sale. And 80% of the fairs in the United States didn't happen last year, and it started with the commissioners and the staff and the board saying agriculture and the fair is too important not to have a fair. 20% of the fairs happened. We carried off, had a wonderful livestock sale. The arena didn't have any night shows. There was no Leonard Skinner or Kelly Clarkson. But let me tell you, I'd walk through at night, goats, sheep, and carrying on the livestock sale and making it to the 106th Montana Fair. And the importance of ag related in all those events. To be recognized by all the peers that I've enjoyed seeing, going to meetings and being at all the events over the years, and to have them recognize you that you've been part of something of this magnitude, as the commissioners will say, the board members will say, all the NILE folks will say, all of our vendors in Billings and wonderful folks will say it's the #1 industry in Montana. And to have those folks recognize that they have appreciated what you've done, to know that what you did meant something. And to know that all the people you talk to, and asking people where they're from, to this day, I'm thinking back when the chamber has the booth at the Mate Show. I usually get a slot, usually Friday. And whoever I'm with, you got the young Hutterite kids coming in, and you have all of the different demographics come by and ask questions and where to go and how you can help out and have some fun, and the smiles and all the folks. To be recognized that it's been worth it, that it's just been so rewarding, and it makes me want to give back even more as I get out and find other things to do.
So I'm a tree trimmer. I work for CM Tree Service, and arborist, and she is a preschool teacher by trade, but she worked at Head Start on the North Park Head Start for years, but now she stays home with the kids. She had heard of the need in the foster care community, and we had a fantastic home that we were really blessed with, and we thought it was the right thing to do to share that with somebody that needed it. And she was, uniquely suited to help young children.
And child development is in my background, so I thought it would be great. The very first child that came into our care was a beautiful baby girl, and now she's our daughter. But we found out shortly afterwards she had a brother and sister, and so we gradually took in all three of them.
To be a hero, we feel like you have to make a sacrifice. Like you have to put somebody else ahead of yourself.
In some ways, I think our kids are the
more
real
deserving
heroes.
than us.
Are the real heroes. It was a team effort. Our whole family had to be involved for it to work. And I would just say, the blessings that come from doing this, I mean, I can't even begin to put into words.
I tried to think back how many people were involved in the process, and there was just no way I could even count all the different...
And so many of them are still involved in our lives and in our kids' lives, and want to know how they're doing and just truly care.
So thank them.
We love these kids with all of our hearts, and they see that, so that's what's important.
The Color 8 KGHL Steakhouse Tour, presented by the Montana Beef Council.
Hi everybody, I'm Colter Brown.
And I'm Blair Deere with a Steakhouse Tour sponsored by the Montana Beef Council. We're at the Bull Mountain Grill in Billings Heights.
Let's head in and get a bite. I'm joined here at the table by Dwayne and Susan Haugen, and you've been here for 11 years now. Tell us how it all came together, how you decided on the right atmosphere to select for your steakhouse.
We wanted the barn look. It's always been country for Susan and I. It's just bringing the Montana feel of the country into our restaurant, get people to feel at home and part of our family, because they really are. And that's why one thing that we strive for here is to make our guests feel like family.
There's a lot of history in Montana, and we try to bring some of that history into the restaurant. If you look around, something has, it's either sentimental or it has something to do with Montana. Down our hallway there, we have the cattle drive. We have pictures of that. We actually have the cattle drive, the cowhide from '89. It's got the brand on it too. That's in our hallway there.
Well, we're sponsored by the Montana Beef Council for this steakhouse tour, and I think it's important to highlight just how important beef is to your business and to the economy in Montana in general.
Well, agriculture is what Montana is built on and always has been. Beef is the main driver why people come here. They love our product. It's a quality product. You know, you start with a great product, and it's kind of hard to mess it up. So.
What's the brand new kind of tagline or motto for Bull Mountain Grill? Let us know that.
Bull Mountain Grill has been bringing Montana to your plate since 2009.
Great steaks.
Noble.
Alrighty. Well, I think one of the things we have to talk about when we're here at the Bull Mountain Grill is the Steak Challenge. It's certainly a claim to fame. Folks have seen it on Man vs. Food. Tell us about the Steak Challenge that people have to come in and try.
It's amazing if you've got an appetite. It's a 78-ounce ribeye steak. You get a pound of loaded mashed potatoes, a big dinner salad, and a double dinner roll. If you finish it in an hour, you get your picture on the Wall of Fame, free t-shirt, and it doesn't cost you anything. Okay. If you don't finish it in an hour,
then you owe us $110.
And you get your picture on the Wall of Shame.
So you become infamous. How often do you get someone that comes in that thinks they can do this, eat almost 5 pounds of beef?
We get more than I expected, probably about 4 a month that come in. Casey Webb from Man vs. Food came in and tried and did not succeed, but we've had several people that have. So.
And who's the record holder?
The record holder is a young lady. She's about 5'6" and weighs maybe 120 pounds. She demolished it in 13 minutes.
She holds the record of 13 minutes.
Holy cow.
The second one is also female, and she holds the record at 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. Well, I think we have to go look at some of these steaks. And the size that we're talking here, you have to see to believe.
And I'm talking to Michael, who's the head chef here at Bull Mountain Grill. And so, Michael, tell me a little bit about what is like your specialty. What's your favorite dish? What are we going to be preparing for us today?
Well, today we're going to do a 16-ounce steak, because that's kind of our signature. Montana's known for its beef, and we like to pride ourselves on putting out the best quality of beef that we can. We cut these in-house.
You just can't do better than a marbled ribeye.
Nothing's better than some Montana beef. What you really want to look for is that ribbon on the inside. Gives it that beautiful flavor, makes it nice and tender all the way down. We like to season it as well with our prairie dust seasoning.
You can't do it all by yourself.
Absolutely not.
So tell me a little bit about the help you've got.
I got my sous chef right here. This is my right-hand man, Brody. He's been with us for about 3 years, and he is a dynamo.
It always helps to have somebody help you with the grill and everything else too.
Absolutely.
We went to Bull Mountain Grill in Billings Heights to learn about what makes them a local favorite.
We learned about their favorite beef recipe and then showcased them on Color 8 and on KGHL July 30th.
Remember, you can go to our website to tell us about your favorite restaurant or steakhouse.
For us to feature them and for you to have a chance to win dinner for two.